What's going on, guys? We're back with another special update announcement for Rocket League. It's not really an update necessarily, but they're coming out with a little bit of a roadmap for us going forward through at least the spring of 2018, February through April. They want to get out in front of some things. The community has been a little bit upset lately about the lack of communication from Psyonix during this holiday season, like December and January, and people are looking for some new stuff. Before we get into this, first thing I want to say about all this, like, oh, let's add all this stuff. Like, I've been hearing some momentum going on about, like, oh, we need more game modes, or we need more mutators. Well, like, the community has spoken about both of those, and both have not gone well at all. No one plays the new game modes. No one plays mutators. So, I think Psyonix has kind of turned away from it because the community doesn't want it. Yet, every once in a while, the community will pretend like they want it. But, in the grand scheme of things, they don't. That's how I perceive it. Of course, there's some arguments about, like, if it was in ranked or something like that, which I've talked about with some of these game modes, then maybe they would have a little bit more players playing them. But for the most part, players just don't play them, so that's why Psyonix doesn't do it anymore. Same thing with the new arenas. Like, you want new game modes, but you don't want different maps. Everyone hates the different maps, so they go back to normal maps. Now people are complaining that everything's the same. Can't please everyone, but for the most part, the majority just wants to play Rocket League. Normal Rocket League. So that's what Psyonix delivers. But let's go over some of the stuff that's coming around the way. That was just my little spiel about all that. Let's go through it. First, they're going to have some things. They're going to be alternating when they can from update to more of like features. And they said that the season should be better spaced out, like 3 to 4 months. It should be every single season. It shouldn't be as long as we just had this past season, which I felt like went a little long. I'm not really sure. But first off, the new update. February content update. It's actually on February 7th. It says it all the way at the bottom here. But we'll, whatever, that's fine. It's February 7th. Competitive Season 7 begins. So you'll get your rewards for Competitive Season 6. New crate. New RLCS fan rewards, which is pretty exciting. I was waiting for that. I was surprised it took so long. I thought they would announce them when the World Championship would happen. It seems like that would make the most sense to get everyone on board to try and get the new rewards. But I'm pretty excited about that. Of course, RLCS starts in March, mid-March, so get ready for that. I'll be there. Hopefully. No, I should be there for pretty much every single weekend. So that should be a good time. Next up with tournaments, beta will begin on Steam. Tournaments will come eventually to all platforms, but they're going to go through a beta process, and it's going to be a short beta. The devs have said that it's going to be probably contained in February. It's not going to be necessarily going through that. Like, it won't be going up to release. So keep that in mind. It also will not be coming out at the same time as the February content update. So keep that in mind. So one thing to note for the tournaments during the beta, there's no prizes. They're trying to test out how the tournaments work, so they don't want to give prizes for people winning stuff when they're not sure if everything's going to work correctly. Because obviously if you incorrectly get a first place finish, that'd be a problem if there's prizes. But yeah, so Steam will have it for February, and then we'll see going forward. But March is when tournaments are supposed to come out. But we'll see. We'll see exactly. Well, it says March to April, I guess. March, there's new license premium DLC. Most of the licenses have been DC and have been Fast and the Furious, so we'll see what we get next. I could see like a Transformers or something like that would make sense. But honestly, I have no idea. So we'll see. We'll see. Spring event. They said the event will be. It won't be like St. Paddy's Day. It could be Easter, I guess, but. It'll be some type of fun spring event. So that usually comes with its own crate. Comes with items that you can earn with, you know, probably Easter eggs or something. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure when Easter is this year. It might be in April. Who knows? So yeah, it usually comes with a crate. It comes with items. The whole shebang. Like usual. You play and you get stuff. Moving forward. Excuse me. I'm still getting over my sickness here. Tournaments. Play against others. Players in bracketed single elimination tournaments. So right now, it's single elim. I assume tournaments are going to be rather limited. Like, you're not going to expect an org to use tournaments. You might see community tournaments run through there for fun. Personally, my tournaments will not be run through here because it's not going to have a way to randomize teammates and all that stuff. It's probably going to be very limited, I would think, at first. Hopefully, they expand on it. They have added modes before that they said they would expand on, and they haven't. Talking about custom training here, but hopefully it gets expanded throughout. Next up, quality of life updates. Again, like this is through March and April. So this is a spring feature update. Item stacking. So if you have a bajillion crates, they're all going to be stacked nicely. It'll say like 50 crates that are Christmas or whatever, and all the other ones. Better item filtering, searching, and sorting. That's always nice. Equip a blue and orange team for painted car bodies. Now, you can't have different car bodies, but you can have different painted car bodies. So you can't have a Dominus on one team and an Octane on another. The devs have specifically said it would be just painted car bodies, so keep that in mind. New and expanded options. Packets, send and receive rate, and bandwidth limits. Basically, like testing out your lag and all that stuff. Team quick chat only. That should be nice, so you don't get spammed from the opposing team, all the quick chats. And that's also good for cross-platform play. You won't even have to hear them at all. And you can also mute them, I think, if you're on the same one, too. Disable the 1 minute remaining messages and so on and so forth. 3, 2, 1. That's very nice. I hope there's a way to put it like... One thing I would love for the messages, I actually really like the sound effect from them. It actually, like, it feels good. Like, when I was on Switch, I left Among Us. I'm like, damn, it feels good, like, when you get an epic save and you hear the sound. I wish there was a way to put it, like, top right or even top left or somewhere where it's out of the way, but you still hear the sound effect. I wonder if they'll add that going into being able to disable everything. I hope there's still a way to, like, enable, but throw it in the corner so it's not in my face, so I can still hit the ball. That'd be really nice. That's something I've been asking for a really long time. I'm surprised the 1 minute remaining stuff took so long, but I assume it's not the same as the other messages, so it was a lot harder to deal with. Who knows? Connection quality info. Again, a lot of stuff about lag, so you know exactly what's going on, and server performance and all that. So they're trying to at least, like, servers have had issues. Maybe this will be a way, 1, so you know exactly what's going on. 2, hopefully there's a reporting a server feature inside the game that makes it a lot easier for Psyonix to fix. That would help. It would, so yeah, like it would help them and it would help the community differentiate between server issues and, of course, just lag on your own side, because sometimes it is just lag on your own side, but you're always going to complain and you're always going to say it's the server. That's just how it is. So Psyonix is like, hey, it's not always the server. Calm it down. Sometimes it's you. All right, Switch performance and visual quality update. So there's a performance mode, 900p docked, 720p handled at 60 frames per second with infrequent dynamic resolution scaling, so the resolution changes based on all the crap on the screen. Then there's a quality mode, so if you want, so you don't care that much about 60 frames per second, you can turn it down to 30 frames and get 1080p and 720p with added visual effects. So it'll look more like the normal game. Right now, it looks kind of bad, but you're, like, it's definitely going to hurt you playing at 30 frames per second. But for the casual player, that'll definitely help. Moving on through April. Once we've passed the tournament's release, we'll begin talking about more about our roadmap for the summer and beyond. Okay, yeah. As a quick reminder, here are some of the features that are still being developed for 2018 release. So this is just sometime in 2018. Cross-platform parties are coming at some point, guys, in 2018. I think last time they talked about it, they said it was like end of 2017, early 2018. I could be wrong about that. But it looks like it's being pushed back a little bit. So you can party up and matchmake with players from other participating platforms. One thing I wonder, will we be able to trade between platforms? I doubt it, but maybe. You probably can't for, like, Xbox, because Xbox has their own weird rules. But maybe PS4 and Switch and PC. I'm going to say probably not, but that might be something that's coming. Who knows? Progression update. So this one is interesting to me. So make XP relevant again. So one feature that I think like I would say a lot of people have been talking about is like the new Fortnite Battle Pass system. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I think it's like a terrible system of like, hey, give us money and you might not get every item if you don't play enough. But still, besides that, the idea of the free version of just like, hey, you play for a season and you get items as you continue on through, seems pretty neat. We'll see exactly what they're coming up with. Who knows what it is. But they did say the new XP system will have players convert over fairly. So if you're Rocketeer, you'll be moved up like accordingly. And then I believe it was Corey said on Twitter that they're going to try and help the people that have, you know, way beyond Rocketeers, way beyond that level cap of 75. It's not official, but he said we'll try and work it out so you guys are up even further. Honestly, if you're someone who has over 75, you'll get super high again anyway. It's not that big of a deal. Earn your cryptos through play. This could be tied with the XP system. This could be tied with like a challenge system, like a daily challenge system. Almost every game now has daily challenges to keep you playing every single day. Now, the problem is, with Rocket League, they've been very, Psyonix has been very careful about adding challenges because they don't want you to play the game differently. A few ways that you can go about it. You could have just play games, like play X amount of games. Boom, that's easy. You could, well, the only problem there is you might want to forfeit early, but whatever. Or win X amount of games. That would be a little bit better. So then, you know, you're just, like, you're trying to win the game, just like you always are. Other one is score X amount of goals. I don't think goal stealing is going to be that big of a problem. It could be a little bit, but honestly, it's worth it to just do it. The other one could be get X amount of assists. The only one I wouldn't do is get X amount of saves, because then you could see people just parking in net. Like, goals and assists, you're still trying to do what you're supposed to be doing, and that's try to score a goal. So, I could see them using that. I would rather not see saves, just because people could just sit in net the entire time, and that could ruin the experience for a lot of players. And then they could probably add some other ones, like use X amount of boost, maybe. But then again, like, they might just be boosted around the whole map. Who knows? New banners, titles, and other rewards for reaching high levels. So, kind of like that Fortnite system where you'll get new items by going on. And like other games I've done, like a level up system like that, like Call of Duty and stuff, where you get stuff throughout. So, we'll see how that works. One thing to keep in mind, I wonder how they're going to work it. Are they going to use the point system in game? Are they going to allow you to get points in private matches? Because then it's very easy to just farm points all the way up to max level. All you have to do, put a giant cube on, go on Neo Tokyo, and sit on top of the cube, and you just get aerial over and over and over and over and over. So I would assume it would have to be through ranked matchmaking, or through custom, or through the unranked matchmaking as well. But then, of course, there's still going to be farmers. There always is. So we'll see how Psyonix deals with that. Or is it just going to be based on, like, how many games you play and all that stuff? Who knows? But there's always going to be a problem with people farming it. Not much you can do there. Psyonix can try and ban them, I guess, but that's about it. New arenas. Honestly, it's probably going to be standard arenas, guys, because, again, the community has voted. They don't like weird maps, so we're probably not going to get them. I'm not really, like, so I don't really look forward to new arenas anymore. It's kind of sad, but they're all the same to me. They'll probably just be weather changes, and, of course, like, new actual maps and all that stuff. New features, which again could be anything. And Xbox One X, we are now targeting Xbox One X support for late 2018. So this is one that like, they've kind of dropped the ball on the Xbox version a lot lately, but they're trying to get Xbox One X support. I think they're still continually working on the Xbox side of things, but it's going really slow. So we'll see how that goes with Xbox One X support late 2018. So if you do have an Xbox One X, you won't see much from it. To be fair, I don't think it's incredibly popular anyway, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. But that's it for that. There's a couple other things that I want to talk about that we saw from the devs. U.S. Central servers. The devs have said they're in design stages, but Psyonix is not happy with splitting the player base into 3 different regions in the U.S. East, Central, and West. They are really, really careful about splitting their player base too much, because then you get longer rank queues, then you get unfair matches. They're exploring a more intricate solution that would match against data centers that work best for you. So if you have a really good connection to the Atlanta server, they're going to try for that. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, because then they'll still split people up, but they're going to try their best to, like, get you to the best data center, then the second best, you know, and so on and so forth. So they're still working on that. That's in design stages, which means it's pretty far out. We won't see that probably anytime soon. And then the devs have also said that they're going to talk about game mode soon. It doesn't mean there's a new game mode. They just said they're going to talk about game mode soon. Whatever that means, I don't know. Could that mean getting rid of game modes like solo standard? Possible. Could it mean adding drop shot to ranked or hoops to ranked? I would love it. I doubt it. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. I would assume they want to truncate playlists at some point. Maybe a team mode, but they didn't really talk about team mode. That could be a game mode, I guess. I'm not really sure. But the devs have talked about they don't really want to do a team mode. They think it would split the player base too much, and which is unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Something's missing is mostly just custom training. I would say custom training, they said when it first came out over a year ago now, that they were going to continually work on it, and they haven't added a single thing to it. Maybe they just think people are not using it that much, or it's not worth their time. Very possible. Again, you go with what the community uses, and if the community is not using it, don't waste your time on it. So it's very possible they probably have that data behind there. The other thing they haven't really talked about a lot of Steam Workshop support. They haven't added anything to it, like able to create lobbies together, to play in maps together. Right now, there's ways around that through the community features that have been around, but that would be something I would think they would eventually want to get to. But they basically put out Steam Workshop, I think it was around the same time as Custom Trading, and haven't done anything with it since. I really hope eventually that we can do private lobbies and like force you to download the map or whatever so you could play together, at least in private games. It doesn't have to be anything special, just private games. But those are two, I think, big features that have been missing for a really long time or have been kind of forgotten about. So if there's anything else that you guys think has been missing or some things that you like with the roadmap, I do like that Science is trying to communicate with us more, try and let us know what is exactly coming. Some quality of life stuff, and I'm excited for tournaments, but there isn't, I feel like, a lot coming down the pipeline. But to be fair, I think that's also a like basically because of the community. The community has rejected every new thing that has come out in this game, except for, you know, cars and stuff or whatever. But they've rejected literally everything new that would make the game fresh. So Psyonix is just gonna keep building towards the core. It doesn't excite me that much. I still like love the game and will continue to love it, but there's nothing that's really exciting me anymore in these updates. It's mostly cosmetic stuff, and I'm not a big cosmetic guy. So, just let me know what you're excited for. But I think tournaments could be cool, and that's honestly about it. Cross-platform play is obviously really, really cool for some people, so that should be neat. But yeah, let me know what you want to see come to the game and what you're excited for in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. This is another Rocket League update, sort of, roadmap. And we'll be back next time. Later.